What's up, everybody? I've been out of town, so I didn't get a chance to watch the Superman trailer, and I wanted to give my thoughts, but I was like, hey, might as well save watching the trailer till when I get back, do a reaction. So if you guys are fed up of watching reaction videos to this trailer, you can skip ahead to my thoughts. I'll put the timestamp down in the description, but let's check this trailer out. Superman, the official trailer.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
I hope this is
You'd let
good,
me
man.
interview you as Superman.
Sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for
So
what
she
some
knows
might
so
it's a
in
lot.
this movie. Okay.
Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny.
My actions? I stopped a war.
They're both very
Maybe.
youthful. in the
Not
way
maybe.
they
I did.
talk.
In effect, you
act.
illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States will
representing
cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the world. More.
And doing good.
Yeah, they're
I would
acting like
question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
this is a young Lois and a young Clark, or young Superman.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, they're really pushing that James Gunn name.
Your choices. Your actions. That's what makes
Is
you
that Jonathan Kent talking?
who you are.
Yeah. It's like Kyle Gass from Tenacious D.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Okay, I got
You
some
have a
thoughts.
dog.
I got some thoughts. This is definitely way better. This is the best we've ever seen of this movie by far, okay? You guys already know I don't like the suit. So let's put that aside for right now and talk about this scene right here. Lois Lane interviewing Clark Kent. The way that whole scene went down is why I'm worried about this movie. That is the foundation. That is the essence of what worried me about this trailer. The way they acted in that scene, the way Lois and Clark acted, they acted very immature. Look at that. He's literally throwing a temper tantrum. He's like, I was just trying to do something good. I was there. I was not representing anybody. I was just representing me. It was just me going there trying to help out. That's it. Okay? The way he acted, where he's like whining and yelling. I get it. We're going for an inexperienced Superman. We're going for a young Superman. But remember, James Gunn said this is not an origin story. He's been Superman for some time. The guy is in his 30s. Does that sound like a 30-year-old Superman? A 31, 32, 33, 34-year-old Superman? No. I think Christopher Reeve was like in his 20s in Superman 1. It's not the look that I'm going. This is not what I expected, okay? Both Lois and Clark, both are acting very youthful. They're acting immature. They're acting more immature than I thought they would. And I don't know how I feel. I don't like that. I do know how I feel about that, and I don't like it. It's not what I want in a Superman movie. We're not getting the matured, fully fleshed out Superman. He is Superman, and that is Lois Lane. We're not getting that. And we're not getting an origin story. Both of those two things are cool. We're getting what's right in the middle. It's like you're growing out your hair. When it's really long, when it's long, it looks cool. When it's short, it looks cool. Right now, it's like frizzy, sticking out everywhere. We're in that weird, awkward growing stage. And it's like, why do I want to see that? Why do I want to see the weird stage? Okay? What makes this even more weird is that Erica Durant's Lois Lane in Smallville and Tom Welling's Clark Kent in Smallville, they portrayed a younger version of Lois and Clark than here, yet they were more mature than these two. Like, look at the way Erica Durant's carried herself. I mean, she's my favorite Lois Lane. Granted, I have not seen Christopher Reeve's Superman. I have not seen it. I plan on doing a movie reaction and putting that up before I see James Gunn's Superman. But as of right now, without seeing that movie, Erica Durant is my favorite Lois Lane of all time, live action. Okay, she played a younger Lois Lane, yet it seems to be, and he played a younger Clark, but it seems to be they are more mature than this. Which is kind of weird if you ask me. So we're getting a youthful, immature take on Superman and Lois. Okay? Now, keep that aside. I mean, since we're here, look at the logo. It's a very streamlined, modern, youthful kind of a look. It's very clean and modern. Okay? I don't like that. I like that classic, traditional, the rounded edges, something that actually resembles an S shape, okay? That's what I like. That's what I want, okay? This is colder. It's more modern. It's more clean. And then you have the younger, more youthful kind of take on Lois Lane and Superman, all right? I'll take the logo and take Superman and Lois and put them aside. Look at the coloring. Everyone was complaining. Man of Steel. It's too dark. I don't want that, right? I don't like that. I think the Man of Steel suit looks really cool. The logo, it actually is shaped like an S. It's big. And the logo in and of itself has like commands, like this presence, dude. That logo is really cool. And I will admit, I did not like that it didn't have the undies. It took a while to get used to the texturing and the lines and all on the waist and all that stuff. But overall, dude, that suit it blows the socks off what we're getting right now. It is like night and day. It is not even close. The Man of Steel suit is so much better than this suit. It is not even funny. The logo on the Man of Steel suit is the Man of Steel logo is so much better than this logo. It is not even funny. But yeah, the color sucked. The colors, it ruined it, man. The colors literally ruined that suit. It drowned out everything. Now we're getting the colors. We're getting the bright colors on the suit, but the design is trash. The suit design is so bad. But I like the bright colors, but it's too, like, you take the saturation and it's like you have warm and then you have cold. It's like a bit too much on the cold side for me. Okay? So it has an extremely clean look, and it's like they up the saturation. Okay? So it's extremely vibrant and extremely clean, right? So you get that extremely vibrant, extremely clean picture mixed with the extremely clean, extremely streamlined S logo, mixed with the extremely youthful, immature kind of take on the characters and the acting. And it's just like, I'm a bit worried because that's not what I want, right? And then you see all of these references, like you see the lady taking a selfie and stuff in front of the mirror, all these, references to the modern day. I mean, obviously, it takes place in the modern day, so you're going to get a reference to the modern day. And you're obviously going to want to pander to the modern audience. I mean, a lot of people don't like hearing that, pandering to modern audiences, right? But we live in the modern era. I mean, we live today, right? So you're going to want to, if you're making a movie, you're going to want to pander today's audience because that's your target audience, all right? The thing is, it gets a bit sketchy Because when directors, when Hollywood, when movies try and pander to a modern audience, they're not necessarily pandering to. I mean, when you say pander to a modern audience, you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, you're pandering to a specific demographic of the modern audience, and a lot of people don't like that. Because with that comes modern day politics and all these references, and it takes you out of the fantasy world. It takes you out of this immersive experience because you're like constantly being reminded about all the annoying, dumb, nonsense drama of the real world. You don't want that. Nobody wants that, right? And I've been hearing about leaks. It's not a big deal. I haven't really looked into it. I've just read headlines, so I don't really know much about it. But I've been hearing leaks about like some cancel culture type stuff in this movie. People like canceling Superman. All right. That's just, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's going to be like some small little thing, right? It seems like we're going to get some backlash with him interfering in the war, and he's probably going to cause some drama. And that's what this interview is about. And then he has a tantrum because like it probably led to some mishaps. And look, you're seeing the backlash with the public, all right? People are throwing bottles at him. So there's going to be some sort of cancel culture campaign, some hashtag movement against Superman. I doubt it's going to be a big deal, right? But it looks like it's directly correlated to the events of him intervening in this war. But the thing is, if you make a call to something in the modern world and it triggers an emotion that is negative in the middle of watching this movie, that can immediately take you out of it. Even if it's literally in this movie for 2 seconds, it can immediately take you out of it because you lost the sense of immersion, because you now immediately think, okay, I understand why the writers put that in the movie. I know what they were thinking. Whoa, there were actually people writing this. This is not actually Superman and Lois Lane going on here. This is not really happening. All right. I mean, obviously it's not really happening, but it just takes you out of that immersive experience. Okay. Because it reminds you of what you saw on the news. And again, it might not be a big deal. I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but it's just another example of this modern age kind of affecting what's in this movie. So let's go down the list, right? You got this really bright color grading, this really sharp contrast in the image. Okay, we wanted a brighter image, but I feel like this is a bit too on the cool side. Okay, and that gives it a youthful kind of a too clean vibe. And the reason why I'm saying youthful and modern and all that stuff is because when a movie on film, okay, it has like this softer, this fuzz, this hazy kind of look. It's gentler look to it, right? And I prefer that look than the clean, that clean digital look. And you're getting that extremely clean digital look, which is reminiscent of modern movies, very reminiscent of the MCU and like all these other movies that, the picture doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the quality of the movie, but it's just movies back then were a lot better, and it had this film look, and that film look is really magical. It looks beautiful, okay? And then you have this modern kind of look, which doesn't look as nice as the older movies. And then modern movies aren't as good as older movies, so then you correlate this kind of look with movies that don't have that magic feeling as these older movies, right? So I'm not saying that this movie won't have that magic classic kind of vibe, but the picture, the way it looks, the cooler color grading, the extremely clean visuals, it evokes those kind of feelings. Okay, so you take the extremely clean, minimalistic kind of cold design of the logo, which I personally don't like. You're taking an Elseworlds logo and you're making it the mainline logo of the DC of Superman moving forward. This is the main line. An Elseworlds logo is the mainline logo of Superman moving forward. That means if James Gunn decides to approve of another Superman Elseworlds project, they can use the classic traditional Superman logo, because the classic traditional Superman logo is now considered Elseworlds in the mainline DCU, which is crazy to me. I don't get why we're using this logo as a mainline logo. It doesn't make sense. So you have the visual aspect, right? You have the logo. You have this performance of an extremely youthful, kind of immature Lois and Clark, all right? These are all red flags to me. And then you have James Gunn, who did Guardians of the Galaxy, which I don't want Superman to be Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't. He did The Suicide Squad. I don't want Superman to be the Suicide Squad. he did Peacemaker. I don't want Superman to be Peacemaker. I really like Peacemaker. I really did. I thought Peacemaker was really cool. I thought the Peacemaker is better than the Suicide Squad, in my opinion. I thought the Suicide Squad was weird. I like Peacemaker a lot, but I don't want that to be the vibe of Superman. I mean, it's just too campy. It's just too silly. It's weird. You know what I mean? And that's cool, but that's not what Superman is. All right. So, this is very, very, very much a James Gunn movie. I don't want DCU to be MCU. I don't want it. I don't like the cheesy trash sense of humor in the MCU. I don't like it. And James Gunn's sense of humor, I'm not a big fan of either. It works in Peacemaker. It works. But like sometimes it's too over the top. It's like the Suicide Squad. It's just like I'm trying to be weird for the sake of being weird. Why? It's just like why? And then he's stamping his name on this. This is extreme. This is a James Gunn movie. He has the Metamorpho. He has Mr. Terrific. He has all. He threw in his dog in this movie. Like, there's things to be worried about, man. And I'm worried. This is clearly not a classic traditional Superman story. This is not a Superman story back. We're not going back to form. Okay, back to formula. Oh, we're not going back to form. All right. That's what I wanted, because we're coming off of the DCEU. We're coming off of Zack Snyder, his take on Superman, his dark, gloomy take on Superman, which I didn't want. I don't want some director's take on the character. I don't want that. Okay, I just want a classic traditional Superman. Okay, that's what I want. Looks like we're getting James Gunn's take now, but I'm going to hold off my judgment until the movie comes out. I want this movie to be good. I still want this movie to be good, and I'm not going to hate it just to hate it, okay? I want it to be good. Let me repeat that, because I mean, DC, I love DC, dude. DC is fantastic, man. And James Gunn is my only hope at getting a Martian Manhunter movie. I want a Martian Manhunter movie so bad, dude. I want this to be good. I want to see a proper Justice League. If this movie fails, you guys don't understand. Like, it's not like I have my concerns. Okay, but I don't want this movie to be bad. I want it to be good. That's why I'm addressing my concerns, okay? If this movie fails, you need to understand. If this movie fails, that's it. That's it. It's over. I mean, what do you think? They're going to start all over again? Or they're just going to, begrudgingly continue with it because they have to now? Or we're just going to scrap the entire universe idea and just go solo movies. It's like, this is it for us to build a universe. It's going to be either this universe is going to be good or bad. I mean, maybe this movie could be so bad they retcon it, but like, I don't think it's going to be so bad. It's just going to be right in the middle. And right in the middle is an extremely dangerous area, because if this movie goes really bad, like, you can just retcon it completely and maybe start over, maybe start the universe over, do something. Hey, this movie's not canon. We'll still use David Corenswet as Superman, but we'll do something or whatever. I don't know. And we'll just get rid of it. It's so bad, Like, we could do something like, with Sonic, right? Hey, it was so bad. We'll just forget it. We'll change the design. Don't worry about it. That did not exist. Or, like, people had backlash with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man suit in the beginning, but, people ended up really liking the TASM 1 suit. But we ended up getting the TASM 2 suit, which is, the best on-screen Spider-Man suit literally ever. So what I'm trying to say is, if it's really bad, then it's like, okay, that's motivation to make a change. If it's really good, cool, you're good. We don't have to worry about anything. The movie's good. You can move forward. If it's in that middle ground, it's like, okay, dang it, it's not too bad. Let's just go with it. We'll make do. But see, the problem with that is that's going to bleed into the next movies, and that's just going to hinder the universe in general. That's why I'm saying this movie needs to be great. It's not just supposed to be, hey, yeah, this was good. This was a 6, 7 out of 10. No, this movie needs to be at least an 8 out of 10 in order to be a solid foundation for the rest of the DCU. As of right now, this movie is a 7 out of 10 for me. I'm expecting it to be a 7. That's what I'm expecting right now. But yeah, I hope this movie is good. I don't want this movie to be a 6 or 7. I don't want it to be a 6 or 7. Frick, dude. I don't want it to be a 6 or 7. I feel like it's going to be a 6 or 7. But let me know, man. What do you guys think about this? I want this movie to be good. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think about all this? And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.